Okay, this is going to be a quick video going over how to use reasonableness to find fraction sums and differences. So this is the model that this is what we went over in class just before. So here it is if you just need to rewatch it again. So I'm going to start with, let me just flip slides on the Jamboard, and let's see if we can make, there we go. I'm in the corner. Okay, so you'll see the chart we have written right here. The only thing I'm going to change on this chart before is right here where this says locate. It should actually just say identify. Okay, not a huge deal. So here we go. So I'm going to start with the one question that we're going to go over is going to be 3/9 plus 2/5. Okay. And we're going to use reasonableness to see, or reasoning, is the answer here, the sum, going to be greater than or less than 1? So I'm going to write here greater greater or less than 1. Okay, and we'll come back to that at the end. So first thing we're going to see is step 1. We have to locate the fractions on a fraction strip. So I'm going to pull up my fraction strip right here. I know it's on the chart, but I'm going to put it right here. All right. So 3/9. I need to find 3/9 on my fraction strip. I have it right. You'll see it right here on the ninths. And now I'm going to shade in 1/9, 2/9, 3/9. Okay. And you'll see, because we're remembering on our benchmarks, we have, if it's closest to a 0 on the left hand side, closest to a half is right down the middle, or is it close to a whole is all the way on the right side. That's why it's extremely important, if you need to shade in the fraction that we're looking at on this benchmark fraction on these strips. Okay, so you'll see right here that 3/9 is that closest to, well, it's far away from 1. It's in between 0 and a half, and you will see it is closest to 1/2. Okay, so what we're going to say is 3/9 is closest to 1/2. So I could even write it right here on the chart. Actually, 1/2. Okay, we have that right here, 1/2. All right, and I'll jot it down right underneath. So 3/9 is closest to 1/2. Plus now 2/5. So I'm going to go to my fifths. 1/5, 2/5. Okay, is 2/5 closest to 0, or is it closer to a half? Well, you're going to see this one also is very close to 1/2. Okay, so we would say here a half plus a half is going to give us a whole. All right, so this would also be 1/2. But now here is where we need to use the reasoning. Okay, because 3/9 plus 2/5 is going to give us about a whole. But we want to check if it's about a whole, is it going to be maybe a little more than a whole? Is it going to be a little less than a whole? And this is where we have to now use our reasoning. So 3/9, if we go once again over here, we notice that even though we estimated 3/9 to a half, it's still a little less than a half. Okay, it is a little less than a half. And then 2/5. You'll see, I'm going to highlight, here we go, on our fraction strips. is also less than a half. So let's think about that. And I'll even write it here. I'll put it in a different color. So 1/2 is, so if we have let's think of this as pizza. Okay? If I eat a little less than a half a pizza and you eat a little less than half a pizza, have we eaten a whole pizza? Well, if I had less than a half and you had less than a half, so you know what? Let me draw it. Let me draw. Here's a quick pick. Here's my here's my pizza, and I'll just cut it into halves. All right. I'll shade it in. It's a little less than a half, right? I didn't eat the whole thing. You a little less than a half of the pizza. We didn't eat the whole thing. So you know, we still have some pizza left here because I ate a little less than a half. You ate a little less than a half. So is our answer is 3/9 plus 2/5 greater than or less than one? Less than a whole. Here, you would have to say it's going to be less than. Whoop, here we go. Let's use green. Less than 1. So I'll mark on the chart. It's less than 1. Okay? So I'm going to go back to our main screen. So that is an example on how to use reasoning to find the fraction sums and differences. So I hope this helped.